Yo, it's Guido coming back at you with a Tactics Talk. Thanks for tuning in and welcome back on this episode. Guess who's back? It's SirDarklight. SirDarklight in his super Pershing. What is this? T26 E4 yada yada E-I-E-I-O. And he is driving here on the map. I can't remember Overlord. How can I forget Overlord? How can I forget Why can't I forget Overlord? Well, you can see it over there on the west. The invasion is still at full speed. The beach fight. They're on the beach, sunning themselves. Well, Darklight has gone over here to the smart side. He's over on the east side, bringing his super Pershing Tier 8 American Medium Premium tank. And he's in a 2-tier battle, so no artillery as well. He's going to drive up here and he's going to start looking around for guys like this fella, and he's going to shoot him right there in the turret and pen. And he backs up. He is running 2 large kits and a large fire extinguisher, and he drops back down. So he's asked me, hey, could you take a look at this? Is there something I could have done better? And as always, we'll take a look at this. And I was left wondering as I was yapping, why are we sitting behind that big berm there and not looking for shots? I fired and I was not spotted. Or maybe I was, but in any event, we waited a long time. We have all kinds of guys to look at. What about, we're looking at that guy. What about this guy? Can we see this guy? Ooh, there's a shot. So this is one of those things where, SirDarklight, I've seen you do this. You really zoom in and kind of look at one guy. Just look back and go, hey, if you do have a shot, I'd have a shot. This guy, no, I don't. That guy, what about this feller? Ooh, that's a tasty shot right there. Still, oh, okay, there we go. Nope, didn't happen. Probably had to be pretty careful where you place that shot. Another super Pershing. You've really got to get up under his turret and his hole right there. Tiger 2, standard B. We got the beach fight going on, and we can kind of count noses here. And if we just pause for a minute, this struck me as I was watching everyone hang out here, and you got that T-44 forward. So if we count noses, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 on our side. 705 is 6, Emil 7, Object 8. And there's at least 3 stacked in there, so maybe 12. 2 are dead. Guess what? Not much else left, and if I was a guessing man, I'd say there's at least 1 TD back here. So this is probably all they have down here. That is probably all they have. I'd be pushing up and helping out right here. Nope, guess what? That Scorpion G isn't over there. He's right there. And he's gone, so that's even better. Now there really is only 4 guys over here. And we're going to back up, and we weren't spotted. And guess what? The other clue is that that T-28 has sat there just firing away and not been spotted. So we really didn't have to do that. We can come up here and look for shots. The question, or the answer, I guess, to the question of how do I do better or get more damage or have a better win rate is pretty easy. Pretty easy. It's shoot more. I mean, if we boiled it down to the one thing. Now, we can get into the details of how good my shots are, what shots I select, but shoot more is the beginning. It's the beginning. We can just, I don't know. I don't know. It looked like it went into the side. I don't know. But it pinned. Good on you. But getting back to it, it's just plain old shoot more. Then we can start working on the details of when to shoot more and where to shoot more and how to aim, how to reposition and all that good stuff. But it really is just shoot more. And the longer you kind of hang out behind stuff, the less you're going to shoot more. We're going to come up over here. This is a good case of, all right, we're doing a good job here. We're going to go shoot more. We're going to go get a shot. But it's a super Pershing. And the armor on the super Pershing is not there. It's there. Right? It's not there. In fact, that's a pretty easy pen. It's right there. So just shift your hole around. Come at him with your hole in front, and then you might not take that extra shot. Also, I wouldn't close with a standard B necessarily. I'd have probably stood off and wiggled a bit and made his shots harder. Turns out that ended up working out for the prototype. Take a shot in the side from the 1:30 p.m. and now we're going to continue on in here. And maybe you were thinking about the 1:30 p.m. and you were trying to, oh, that's a T-30, never mind. Maybe you were trying to keep your front armor to him and accepting a shot from the standard B. That's possible as well. Now here's another thing right here. So if the premise is shoot more, you know, if I get one more shot a game than my average, then my win rate's going to go up. It can't help but do so. Even me at my level, if I was able to start getting one more shot a game than my average, then my win rate is going to improve. So you're looking for that one more shot a game. And one of the ways you get that one more shot a game is not passing up opportunities like late games, raffle stomps like this, where I can rage in there and get my shot. And you're not going to get any shots hanging out behind this ridge right here. As a matter of fact, look at what you've got. You've got the Su-130 raging in, the T-54 raging in. Everyone's pushing in to get the hit points off that T-30, and you kind of hung out here. I'd have just come right up and over that hill. Now, sometimes when you press late game and push in, they're just going to plain old kill you. All right? They get a lucky shot, or you're the guy they were aiming at as you're coming in. But you're never going to get that last hit points unless you try. And when it's a raffle stomp late game like this, who cares if you end up dying? Just get in there and look for that extra shot. So we're going to end up with 1,500, 360 bounce, 454 assist damage. Not a good game. Not, you know, he did his hit points worth. And I tell everyone when they start asking me how to get better at the game, one of the first things I say is do your hit points if you're not already doing so. Try to get your hit points, and you did. So it's a good game, but there are a couple things in there that could have made it even better, and it mostly had to do with not being as aggressive as you could be. And you've got to start opening up the aperture and watching the game flow, because there was a point where that enemy team was really collapsing, and it was about the point where your T-44 moved up and got killed alone, where if you'd have sort of followed up and helped press a little bit more, you may have had a few more shots. Now, you're going to find yourself, sometimes you do that, you're going to find yourself getting killed. But that's how you start to learn. So what I tell people is there's nothing wrong with being aggressive in the game. You need to be carefully aggressive, but the only way you're going to learn what's over-aggressive is to do it a couple times, or if you're me, thousands of times. But at least you'll start to learn what is too much, so long as you learn anyway, and don't blame your team. But if you've come to my channel and asked me to help, then you're probably past that point of blaming everyone but yourself. All right, SirDarklight, not a bad game, man. Thanks for sending that in. Had a lot of good kind of little points. A well-played game. Could have been a little bit more carefully aggressive, and I bet you'd have had another hit or two, which would have brought you closer to the 2,000 point, which is probably a pretty good result at your level. Thanks for sending it in, man. I appreciate everybody else. Thanks for the support of the channel. We're rolling. Take it easy, and we will see you.